1 in 5 women is raped in college. It's a startling number and one that's now catching the attention of the White House. Federal guidelines released this week aim to improve the way colleges handle sexual assault cases. Sarah Whitmire joins us now to talk about the recommendations and what Indiana colleges are already doing to cut down on the rate of sexual assaults on their campuses. Sarah, what are some of those steps and recommendations that were included in that report?
Yeah, the report really included 4 main things, and the first one makes so much sense. It's just identify the problem. The White House is giving universities a toolkit that they can basically use to conduct a survey, and the plan then is to require all the schools to conduct a survey in 2016. And the second thing is prevention, just changing attitudes and behavior, and also importantly, it said engaging men in the solution, so letting people know that they can step in if they spot someone who's in trouble. The third thing on the list was response. So when someone is assaulted, the university needs to have a plan. They need to have people who these folks who were assaulted can go speak to, and confident people they can trust, and people who are trained in it. And they need to have a good system then for investigating sexual assault cases, and then also have partnerships within the community, such as with a rape crisis center. And then the fourth and final thing was just more transparency, posting data online, and then also giving students links and resources so they can, if they need help filling out a complaint, then they can get that help online, and it's really easy to find.
Well, part of that transparency was the release of that report yesterday. 55 universities were identified under review for investigation for sexual violence investigation. 2 of those from Indiana. Indiana University and Vincennes.
Vincennes and Indiana, yes, both made the list. 55 schools were on the list, and you know, folks at Indiana University and Vincennes are both sort of questioning how they came about to be considered investigated, because the list just lumped all of the schools together under the headline that they were being investigated. And we've talked to folks at Vincennes and Indiana University, and both have said they haven't done anything wrong. They have no violations against them. But the report didn't differentiate between schools that the DOE was just doing a normal compliance review on and schools that did have active investigations. So we talked to the Indiana University spokesperson, Mark Land, and he said they're in the process of gathering all the information the DOE requested, police reports, and getting ready to hand all that over.
So we're treating it as an opportunity to share what we do with them. There aren't many issues, or any issues probably, that are any more important, than this in terms of student safety and creating a culture of respect and safety for our students. So, we're happy to try to get all the help we can in being better at it.
I still keep coming back to that number, though, 1 in 5.
It's a startling figure, and we know it's really underreported. The White House guidelines are intended, though, to help universities get a better handle on what the numbers really are. We spoke to Justin Garcia, who's with the Kinsey Institute, and he said, in order to figure this out, people have got to come forward.
And we need people to come forward in order to address the problem, because we need to know what happened and how it happened and why it happened. And by people coming forward and courageously sharing their stories with us, then we're able to say, these are some of the commonalities, these are some of the patterns, and this is how we go after those patterns and shut them down.
Interesting.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these guidelines are implemented across college campuses.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Sarah.
Thank you, Joe.